To find x and y intercepts, you can use the following notes. The x-intercept is where a graph crosses the x-axis. The y-intercept is where a graph crosses the y-axis. If you want to solve for intercepts, finding them algebraically from an equation, you must plug in 0 for the opposite variable and solve. We have two examples. So in the first equation, 6x plus 8y equals 24. If I want to find the x-intercept, I could plug in 0 for 8. Plug in 0 for y. With that, then 8 times 0 is 0, and we would be left with 6x equals 24. And to get x by itself, we would divide both sides by 6, and 24 divided by 6 is 4. And so, as you can see here, I wrote the intercept as an ordered pair 4, 0, as that is where you would be on the coordinate plane for the x-axis, for the x-intercept on the x-axis. Similarly, we could plug in 0 for x, and then 6 times 0 is 0, so you would be left with 8y equals 24. We could divide both sides by 8, and we would be left with y equals 3. And to write that as an intercept, we would say the intercept we would want to write that as an ordered pair, and it would be 0, 3. If you are simply finding the intercepts to graph an equation that's in standard form, you could simply write x equals 4 and y equals 3. Let's look at this next example. Again, if I want to find my two intercepts, I'd plug in 0 for y, and I would have 7x equals 42. And then I'd plug in 0 for the x, and I would have negative 3y equals 42. And to solve both of those, this first one, we could divide both sides by 7, and we would be left with x equals 6. And for the y-intercept, I would divide both sides by negative 3, and the y-intercept would be negative 14.